Good day. If you would like to listen to a 42-year-old grown adult drone on 20 minutes, maybe for this one, for 20 minutes, about various topics, news, thoughts, an all-encompassing video update, you've come to the right place. So first of all, thank you to everybody who supports, represents, who supports this Patreon, who's bought wheels, who watches videos, who watches commentaries, who leaves comments, and most importantly, who still skates and buys products. Doesn't even have to be from mushroom blading. If you're just supporting and representing in general, it's a good thing. So I thank you for that, because it keeps this thing moving forward, and it's so fun to do. I love doing this, making videos, commentaries, coming up with product ideas, even though we don't release a lot of hashtag products yet. But outside of an aging body, having this creative outlet keeps life very interesting, and I can't wait to do more of it, especially having a second kid. There's been less time, but as we go on, there'll be more time to do this, which is very exciting. I seriously love doing this, so I'm happy that anybody supports this or watches things like this, or the videos, or the wheels. Thank you. Upcoming stuff, Skate Crisis 4, I was sick, Ben was sick. I wonder if he got the same thing as me. That's the big one. There's going to be a lot to talk about there. A lot. New 909 liner is coming. I'll be trying it in the schmedium, the medium, and my Omnis. I'm really hoping it's a perfect fit for the Omnis, but we'll see. I know that is like having a them 909 liner in a standard Omni is a big core violation, but you know, at my age, wearing a helmet, I can do pretty much anything I want at this point, for the most part. I draw the line in some places, which I'll talk about later. The FR Wish frames, Shop Task will be getting them in the next month or two. Hopefully there isn't snow by that time. There's podcasts coming, lots more commentaries. We're trying to do them weekly or bi-weekly. Love doing the commentaries. We're hoping to do some exclusive ones for Patreon. Big Wheels 2 is like a big glaring omission in commentaries. We'll see. There'll be Big Wheel and Wizard stuff. A small project is coming out probably at the end of October. Then there's the new project. There's like 2 new things I'll be starting on this Patreon, which I'll talk about. And there'll always be industry stuff, warm take. I don't want to get too gossipy or anything like that, but once in a while, if there's something that comes up, won't necessarily be a news channel. If there's like something that's worth going more in depth on here, I'll do that. And we'll get the chat hopping too. I love that people update, like if I miss things, people either post videos or product releases in the chat on Patreon. That's awesome. And on the horizon, MB9, MB10, and wheel projects. And I think we might make a sequel to Dance Mix eventually. I just don't know when that would be. Or a sequel to Wacky Mode we were talking about, if we made a Wacky Mode Part 3. Because there's such better skate technology than what we were in for Wacky Mode Part 1 and 2. But these are all just big ideas. And always, unnecessary skating philosophy. Which, I want to go further into that. There's so much to think about as you get older and you're trying to do this activity. You ask a lot of questions. And actually traveling in 2025 and 2026. I'm planning to go to Blading Cup and Winter Clash. Not this year, but the year after. Gotta kick them off the bucket list. So the new Patreon project, I'm a little bit of a psychopath, a little bit of a skate hoarder, which you've seen, like I've been getting rid of skate stuff, but I never taped over any tapes. I saved every tape So from 1995 until now, almost 30 years of tapes I have in boxes. They're not organized is the problem. So this new project for the Patreon will be called Tape Therapy, because I don't like going into past footage. But the idea for this project, it's almost like a commentary on a tape that I pull out. It's not capturing the whole tape. So as I archive and organize these tapes into the right spot, if after I die, if for some reason having all the tapes organized by date in a box per project for each video project, if there's a reason to do that, if someone needs those boxes, they'll be organized. But I hate going through old tapes because they're kind of painful. With all of the knowledge that I knew now about how I like to skate or what I like to film, I don't like looking at old tapes. But if I approach this with a anti-nostalgic approaching it, a lot of the stuff, it's pretty much before mushroom blading, pretty much before social media. All of those tapes I'm the most interested in. So I'll pick like a few things or a few pieces of footage to do a quick commentary on, if that makes sense, and I'll just upload. I mean, it's pretty much infinite. It's endless on the amount of tapes. I'll also send some to Todd if I find something interesting, because we have our entire skate history, and I don't want it to be even, they'll be from the trick perspective, but also just like the setups we're using or what we're trying to film or what our view of skating was at the time. Anti-AI and anti-nostalgia and a time of no social media commentary on the past, but also trying to learn about the present through the past. Anyways, if that sounds interesting, that's what one of the new projects is. The other new project is going to be, I'll still be doing reviews when interesting products come out, but I don't know the name of this, if it's like tool insight or tool explanation. I have no idea, but I want to have a video about each of the approved mushroom blading tools. I don't even know how to describe this properly, but I go out and use a frame and talk about why I use the frame, what are the benefits, what are the strengths and weaknesses, why I recommend it, because it's getting to the point where sometimes I go and use a certain frame and I'm trying a trick, but there's a better tool for it. And our tool kit, or our golf bag with all of the different clubs, if you think of frames as clubs, it's wide ranging. So that's another thing. I just don't know the name of that one. I know Tape Therapy is the name of going through old tapes and doing commentaries on them. But tool, something to do with like explaining the tool, or anyways. Another thing, I started a YouTube channel. I haven't posted anything on it, but I find rollerblading can be creatively and culturally limited. So anything that I want to talk about or anything I want to put, I'm going to put on that channel. I haven't posted. It's called, if you look up youtube.com/@notskating, it's called Not Skating. And it's pretty much anything that you can do while not skating. So music, movies. I've had the idea for the longest time. I finally made the channel. I find that I want that outlet outside of skating. I wish skating was more creative, artistic, had more culture outside of just skating, but that's just a me thing. So that's why I started that. I never would want to post anything, an idea here or on mushroom blading that had nothing to do with skating. But that's an exciting idea to me, so it'll go there. I wanted to talk briefly about Echo and Cougar skates. I guess you could put Flying Eagle in here too. There's just some companies that I'm not gonna review or support. this is just for me. I can't speak for Todd. Maybe he would review Echo or Cougar skates on this channel. I find that I've hit my max for industry saturation, and I think it's always great. I like new things. I like new products. It's cool that people are being supported and represented. I don't know his name, but that Kaleo, the guy that they announced for Echo skates, it looked exactly like, I thought it was a Mesmer ad or social media post when I saw it. That we're like maximum saturation, but we're missing that like slap in the face, something coming out that is just so shocking and exciting. And that's why I can't exactly support either of these things. I've supported and represented too much at this point. There's really like, I found skates, I have my range of skates that I like, and I don't like that, again, this is just me, I don't like that a company can just come in, send a bunch of free skates for people to review on YouTube, and it just gets accepted, and there's no kind of standard on I don't know, like when are we gonna hit 50 boot companies? I guess at that point, the ones that are like really good, that's not even the right word, the ones that really click with people will stick around, and the ones that don't will leave in 5-10 years. So maybe like Echo and Cougar skates they'll still be here in like 5 or 10 years, and I'll finally make a video on them. But I just can't, I'm just not into either of those brands. But it's okay that they exist. Just don't expect me to take free product or review them in any way. Okay? I haven't watched Tactics, the faction video. I don't know if anybody's recommended. Maybe somebody posted in videos. I haven't watched it. I enjoyed the brief drama, and I think we get stronger visions if people don't. You need to kind of like define what you like by what. If you just like everything, it can be bad. If you have really specific visions for what you want your skate videos to be or what you like for products, it makes the culture of skating much stronger. And like, you don't have to be an asshole about anything, but just really celebrate what you like, and you don't have to support everything. You really don't. The Levy skate looks really good. I'm mesmered out. I've done everything I can for investigating Mesmer. It is one of my top skates. I recommend the skate if you have a thin foot, but there's no reason for me to get that skate. It would look really good with green wheels though. So couldn't tell if it was a P-backs or I gotta go to the website if it's a P-backs or the team skate material. I highly recommend, if you haven't tried the P-backs ones, definitely get the Levy skate if it's the P-backs and you're curious. I'm gonna have a little bit more time through the week. On Tuesdays, I have like 2 extra hours in the evening to work on things to do with this or skating, which is super exciting. So you'll be seeing more content here. Thanks for everyone who left video ideas or questions. I'll go through that soon. And now we're in a fall rhythm. Like, Todd and I are always on vacations. He was injured. I was sick. It's like 2 months later and I still have a sinus thing and a bit of cough, but I can inline skate and do movements that I'm somewhat proud of once in a while. So that's good. I just want to say the importance of going skating and being creative is more important than ever. I find life now with the second kid to be you're just kind of running on, like, yeah, the 9 to 5 job and 2 kids, you're just kind of running on stress constantly. And then if you do have a free hour or so, I'm doing something skating related because it feels really good. It's kind of insane what we're able to do with skating just during our lunchtime for filming, or if I have a free hour here. And it's so important to go skating and have a creative outlet if you have a very busy life. And also because the world is getting more complicated in a bizarre way with the AI stuff coming, the election season, whatever we're on, like the show of elections and war stuff and all that. Sorry for saying that, but really, in your 40s, having a hobby, activity, creative outlet, it's so important. You won't regret a single session when you're on your deathbed. You'll actually think about, you should have taken more sick days to go skating or more time off to go skating. Definitely, obviously, with family, but I'm good on the family thing where I'm like here a lot, but going skating is just so important. And working on stuff, creative stuff, so important. I can't wait to do lots of it. We'll see where I'm at when I'm 50, but I think things will still be pretty good. When I turn 60, hopefully you can get new parts and things like that. And maybe AI has figured out a way to pay everybody a lot of money to just do what they want. I don't know if that'll work out very well. And then lastly, I'm going to try really hard to stay healthy, not be hard on myself while doing tricks, or directly commenting on the trick I just did in my own head after I did it. Along with filming for projects right now, I have this issue of, like, I don't like trying hard. I want to get into a state where I feel very comfortable and the tricks and moves are just flowing, but there's this thing about filming for fisheye at this age. There's this voice in my head where it feels so stupid that I'm trying hard to film a rollerblading trick. And then the thing that I just said, though, that this is a really important thing, so I need to tap into that voice, that this is important. But also asking the philosophical question is, what are we trying to do exactly by film each other do tricks for a fisheye lens? Which, that's a completely other separate video. So that's everything. Thank you for watching or listening. Keep skating or something. Let's rollerblade a lot in the next many decades. Let's go. Keep skating or something.